You may think you know New Jersey. You may think you know how we dress and how we talk, how we argue with our husbands and then get drunk on the boardwalk. But that's really not who we are. There's so much more to South Jersey. We have everything all in one place. We have museums, we have beaches, we have farms, we have great neighborhoods. There's so many reasons to live here and visit here, and we're gonna show them all to you. Come with me as we explore all that South Jersey has to offer, the people and the places. This is terrifying!
Buonissimo.
I'm Marianne Aleardi, and this is South Jersey. Many people have been to Adventure Aquarium here on the Camden waterfront. They have 2 resident hippos, a live dive show, there's a really cool shark tunnel, and penguins. You could spend a day here and have a really good time, but if you want to get up close and personal with the marine life here, you can do something that the aquarium calls adventure experiences. You can feed sea turtles, paint with penguins. I can't believe I'm saying this, I may be out of my mind, but I can't wait to swim with the sharks. I am ready to dive in. My first adventure is feeding the sea turtles. The aquarium has 3 green sea turtles and 1 loggerhead turtle, named Bob, even though she's a girl. Kids as young as 8 can have this adventure, and those sea turtles are hungry. Here you go, Bob. It's shark time, but first, biologist Eric Hansen and I are walking through the shark tunnel. So Eric, how many sharks are there in the tank?
We have 29 individual sharks. We have 3 species of sharks in our shark realm. We have our sandbars, our sand tigers, and our nurse sharks.
They're so close when you're standing here. When I do the experience, is it gonna feel like they're that close?
Oh, they'll be inches away from your face.
Great! I'm having a hard time believing I'll be in that tank soon with the sharks.
So you'll be right there, and the sharks will be inches away from your face.
Okay.
So you ready to get in your wetsuit?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Right.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I'm going to be snorkeling at the top of Shark Realm, which is like a big fish tank, only this one is filled with 550,000 gallons of water and sharks. Before getting in, biologist Matthew Ferroni fills me in on what to expect. Rule number 1, don't move around. Sharks don't like that, so I will not move at all. The good news is Matthew will always be next to me with a long pole. So if a shark gets too close, he will gently nudge the shark away. The water is really cold, and I keep hearing Eric saying inches away from your face. But I can't wait to see the sharks. When you put your head in the water, it's like you become part of this totally different world that's real quiet and pretty and it's colorful. And then there's this giant shark coming at you, but it's not scary. It's just beautiful. That was one of the funnest things I've ever done. Second part of the adventure, stingrays. I'm going to feed the stingray. I really don't like when marine life come close to me and around my feet, so I'm guessing this is gonna be kind of short, but we're gonna give it a try. Oh my God, I can't believe we're gonna do this. Just like that, so I just keep my hand like that and it'll go away. Yeah. Like I said, I don't like marine life coming close to me, and this is close. They're putting their mouth on you.
Your hand on.
If I do this right, the stingray will take the fish out of my hand. They're just like hitting me. You know why they are? Because I'm terrified. Oh my God. Oh, okay. I don't even want to see the fish in my hand. I can't believe I'm even holding. Oh, I dropped it. Wait, there we go. Okay. Well, I tried. I can't believe I'm afraid of stingrays, but not sharks. Okay, this was a great experience. I think can we be done? I'm off to Penguin Island to meet biologist Catherine Boudin, and we're going to do a little art with one of the 23 African black-footed penguins, which is an endangered species. Believe it or not, if it's too cold, the penguins can't be outside because they're African. But luckily it was warm enough that we could stay outdoors, and I got to meet up close the cutest penguin. Oh my goodness. Now who is this?
This is Cassie.
Oh my gosh.
She was
She's
born
beautiful.
here. Yeah, she's a very pretty bird. She actually just molted, so she got in all these brand new feathers. They do it once a year where they replace their feathers, so she's pretty new.
Does that happen all at the same time?
For them,
yeah,
for these guys, yeah, it's called a catastrophic molt because it does happen all at one time. So it takes about 4 to 6 weeks for the entire process, but then they're done for the year. So today, as part of our experience that you get to have, we'll let you touch her right on her back, and then we're gonna paint picture with her.
Okay.
So the easiest way, I'll stand over here and I'll hold her,
Okay.
and you can go ahead and touch her.
Oh, she does not like me touching her?
She doesn't, she's up in the
very
air.
very
Yeah, she's up in the
soft.
air, so she's a little awkward.
So soft.
She's very soft.
I never would have thought that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So she's gonna get down. Oh, she's very excited.
Oh,
So
she
we
likes
just put
this?
her in the paint, yep. And then she'll walk through it.
Oh,
There she goes.
it's a masterpiece.
So there you go.
I think she's waiting for applause, actually.
Yes.
That's great. Well, Cassie did a great job.
She's a superstar.
She's very well behaved. Would they all the penguins be like that?
Most of them are, not all of them, and that's fine. If they act more like a normal penguin, they can be a wild penguin and kind of be to themselves, but most of them actually really do like to be out with people.
Look,
really
she's
good.
just hanging.
Yeah.
As part of your adventure, you learn lots about penguins, and you get to take home your original piece of penguin art.
There we go.
Once a year, the biologists donate their time and create lots of penguin art that is then sold in the gift shop. Proceeds benefit a seabird rehabilitation center in South Africa.
Beautiful.
You can also adopt one of the aquarium's penguins. Proceeds from that benefit those cute little artists from Penguin Island. Adventure Aquarium really lives up to its name. You can come here and have an adventure all on your own. You'll see incredible sights, beautiful underworlds that you're just not used to seeing. So come have an adventure, and you can dive in too.
Right here in the heart of South Jersey is the Collingswood Restaurant District. It's one great eatery after the next. Picking a favorite is like trying to pick your favorite Sinatra tune. It's next to impossible. But one gem among many is Sapori, which is an authentic Sicilian restaurant that is owned and operated by my friend and chef, Franco Lombardo. So come on, let's go say hello to Franco. Andiamo, per piacere. I'm so excited to see my longtime friend, a native Sicilian who now proudly calls Medford his home. Franco's approach is a delicious and adventurous departure from the more traditional eateries most think of when it comes to Italian fare.
Hey, how are you, my friend?
He's invited us into Sapori's kitchen to prepare a delectable seafood and pasta dish.
Some preparation to do. Are you up for the job?
Listen, I came to roll my sleeves up, my friend.
Hey.
All right? I will try to make you proud.
You know what this is?
That looks like galamad. Squid.
Seppia.
Sepia.
Seppia.
Sepia.
Seppia in English, I believe, is called cuttlefish. Similar to calamari. But there is a bag of ink in that we have to extract without breaking it.
Classic ingredients, la dolce vita.
We need garlic, onion, the cuttlefish itself. So now we have to go ahead, find the actual bag of ink and remove it.
Because you'll need the ink for the dish, for the sauce.
The skeleton of the calamari, it looks like plastic. So if you ever eat fried calamari and you think you found a piece of plastic, it's not plastic. It's actually the skeleton, which is soft. The cuttlefish has a hard bone that keeps it in shape, and it looks like a mini surfboard. And what they do with this is they put this in bird cage.
Bird cages?
Bird like to pick on this.
While the cuttlefish or sepia is not as common an ingredient you'd find in most kitchens, the rest of the dish calls for the basic key components like fresh garlic and onion.
Let the onion cook a little bit, and then we put the garlic.
Growing up in an Italian-American household, these smells remind me of home and my family and make me smile. Smells delicious. Music to my nose.
The best smell.
Franco's passion for cooking began as a little boy while watching his grandmother and mom in the kitchen. No measuring cups, no cookbooks. The feel, the touch, it was in the Lombardo DNA.
The Arabs too. Arabs have left a lot of influence in our cuisine. Pine nuts, raisins, saffron.
Everything pretty much that you can do in-house, you do in-house.
I try to do everything as much as I can. Pastry, bread, my homemade pasta. I try to buy a fish intact and clean it myself.
For this dish, Franco will be cooking the pasta al dente. Never mushy. Al dente means firm to the bite. It's preferred by chefs and foodies alike.
See, it's starting to be a little softer, and then in about a few minutes I just taste it.
Franco then takes the pasta and transfers it directly into the sepia ink sauce, and it takes on the unusual dark black color.
See how black you got?
I'm curious, really curious about how it's going to taste.
Obviously, you want to taste the cuttlefish, you want to taste the sea, and cheese will cover a lot of that flavor.
The perfectly cooked al dente pasta and the balanced taste of the sea from the fish sauce. Que bella cosa! Perfetto!
Ah, buonissimo.
This dish represents the authentic Sicilian treats you'll find at Sapori. You might not be in your comfort zone here, man, but it's worth it.
Buono?
Wow, molto buono. Excellent.
Let's think about dessert now.
Next course, dessert, or dolce, which means sweet. Sure, you can enjoy the popular and delicious king of Italian desserts, the Sicilian-born cannoli, but today, Chef Franco is going to make two versions of his take on cream puffs. One is baked and called profiterole, and the other, its sinful cousin that is fried, is called sfinge.
So the difference is the profiterole gets baked, the sfinge gets fried. Okay, let's do it.
Watching Franco prepare all of the delicious food that smells so wonderful, it made me wonder, where did he come up with the name? Which, by the way, what does Sapori mean?
Flavors.
Flavors. And how did you come to pick that title for the
Because
restaurant?
I want people to experience flavors when they eat.
The amazing pasta dish, the dessert we're about to enjoy, puts Franco and I in the mood for a little song.
Il nostro amore lo viviamo io e te, nei puro il cielo che ci guarda da lassù. Wow, we're good. Wow. We're good, even if we do say so. We even did it at the same. Come on, we got it. We're a good team.
One visit to Sapori and you'll taste, smell, and feel Franco's passion for the cooking that's been passed down through his family.
Ah, wow, that looks great.
A trip to Sapori is a time to embrace the simple pleasures of life, enjoying a great meal with people you love, some vino and laughter. Ciao.
If you've ever been to a historic museum, you've probably gone through the dining room or the kitchen and you've seen food that represents that time period. And if you have, then you've seen the work of Sandy Levins. She makes fake food, but this is historically accurate fake food. And she makes it all in her home in Haddonfield, in South Jersey. Let's go take a look. There is an art to making models of the food from centuries ago. Those dishes don't look like what we eat now. You have to know exactly what it looked like then and how to reproduce it now. Sandy, this is unbelievable. This looks so real.
That's the idea.
Tell me, what all am I looking at?
Well, you're starting over here with a hedgehog, which was a marzipan dessert.
That's food.
Almond-based. That
was food.
That would have been a very rich dessert back in the 18th century, yes.
I've never seen anything like that.
Most people haven't, so
Yeah,
you're in good
I bet.
company.
All right, this is a little more familiar.
This is a platter of roasted sardines
Okay.
that could have just come out of the broiler or the grill. You can pick those up.
This is really incredible.
The lemons are faux lemons because you wouldn't bring it to the table just on a plain platter, so you have to have it nicely garnished for your guests.
A big part of Sandy's job is research because some of the foods she's commissioned to recreate are so unique.
This is an old puzzle pie, and these would have been little minced pies in the 18th century.
So everyone got one?
You could pick them up, you could just munch them. It would be like almost
Is
like
that a dessert?
it
Or
would be a
it is
dessert, or
okay.
it could be a savory pie if it had, for example, mincemeat was not sweet back in the day.
Okay.
So that's that's a puzzle pie because it fits together.
So
like a
things like
puzzle.
this, is this for the wealthy?
These would have been mainly for the gentry of the period. Yes,
Okay.
for the founding fathers, for the very British, a lot of the Quaker families here in South Jersey might have enjoyed these foods as well.
Were you an artist?
I was not an artist. I could do like hangman figures, and that was it.
But you saw something like this and you
Yes.
thought, oh, I could do that.
So in this case, I made a leg of lamb out of one of my husband's old tube socks. It's stuffed with newspaper, kind of scrunched and bunched and massaged, so it's lumpy bumpy like a lamb roast would be.
Sandy has a reputation for food that is detailed and historically accurate. She's built a library over the past 13 years of reference books, so her food looks like you can eat it.
This is called a stargazy pie, and it was very much something that you would have eaten in 17th century Cornwall, England. And it actually commemorates a fisherman who saved a village from starvation with his catch. So every December 23rd, they celebrate with stargazing pies.
There's fake food everywhere in Sandy's house. It's hard to tell what's real and what isn't. This is not the house to put your hand in the cookie jar.
No, or in the freezer, because you just don't know what's going to be lurking in there.
Why would it be in the freezer?
Well, the freezer is where I put foods before I actually make molds of them.
So is that what you do here? Is that how you start?
For a lot of them, yes, that is exactly how I start to stabilize the foods. If you'd like to see how it all starts, I'm glad to show you.
Absolutely, let's
Okay.
go. Sure. There are a lot of steps to making historically accurate fake food, and Sandy has developed most of them on her own.
And this is where it starts. This is what we lovingly call the mold room, or fancy, the casting studio. This, for example, is a mold of a real ham. You can see why my husband is in charge of this, because these babies are big, they're heavy, and so I leave this all to him.
You actually got a real ham and brought it here, that big.
I did. I ordered a smokehouse ham from a smokehouse in Virginia to get the right size, and also for the real thing, the right coloring.
And what are these?
These are flat bacons.
So these aren't heavy.
These
That's
are not
fine.
heavy.
Yeah.
This is heavier because it's larger.
How did you get the idea to, oh, I'll make a mold, I'll go call the butcher?
Well, I actually had built hams, first of all, for Monticello when I had that commission, and that wasn't bad. But when Mount Vernon contacted me and said they wanted 71 pieces of meat, I knew I had to come up with something better.
The focus and care that Sandy puts into her work is why museums across the country send her commissions. Museums like the John James Audubon House in Florida, Mount Vernon and Monticello in Virginia, and New York's Tenement Museum. To finish the process, Sandy heads into another room in her house for the final touches. When painting food, you need a lot of patience, and you need to know the exact colors and shading to be historically accurate.
Painting is actually what gives you the realism at the end of the job. Whether it's a matte finish for a dry piece of meat, whether it's something wet, or whether in this case it's a satin finish that gives you a nice greasy, bacony look.
Sandy has to be careful of the materials she uses to make her molds. If she's not, her fake food can actually harm other pieces in the museum.
Anything that is not museum safe will give off vapors that can gradually kind of invade antique pieces of porcelain, little cracks in that porcelain, and over time degrade the collection.
So your food could hurt the other items in the museum?
My food couldn't.
No.
But if I didn't
Oh, because
work,
you used
I
the different
work
gas.
completely in museum safe materials,
Got it.
non-toxic, museum safe. And it's one of the things I think that gives me my client base, is because they know they can trust these.
Sure. Next time you're in an historic home or museum, don't miss what's on the dining room table and in the cupboard. That food that looks so real, there's a good chance it came from Sandy Levins, and she made it right here in South Jersey.
Where do you find the national champions of the modern athletic derby endeavor? Well, you'd have to be in South Jersey. That's right, we're here at the Deptford Roller Rink, home of the South Jersey Roller Derby. Last year, their co-ed team won the national championships, and I'm here to get a few pointers. Hey, we're here with Most Deathly.
Yes.
Most Deathly, where did you get that name from?
My name's Melissa, and Mo's the nickname for Melissa. Yeah, most definitely, most definitely.
So everyone has a nickname, yes?
Yes, yeah, skater name.
So where do the nicknames come from?
Usually they'll poll their friends and try to come up with something creative and whatever everybody likes.
How long have you been doing this?
10 years, this is my 10th season. So.
10 years.
Yeah.
So roller derby, I obviously don't encounter that every day.
Well, roller derby's been around forever. I mean, it was a more popular sport than football at one point. It kind of had to die down in like the 80s and whatnot, but then there was a show Whip It that came on A&E.
Yes.
And a lot of leagues started joining from that popularity, and now there's leagues everywhere across the U.S. and all over the world.
How many times do you guys practice?
We practice 2 to 3 times a week, all year round, so it's a big commitment, but it's a lot of fun, and everybody here is family.
What's your favorite part about participating?
The camaraderie, being part of a team, and we have all different types of people, all different occupations, all different ages. We're co-ed, so we do play against men, and I love that aspect. that. So I get to beat up on some guys, you know.
Girl power.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Decades ago, roller derby was considered fake, kind of like wrestling on TV was. But today, it's a sport that requires training and practice. There are lots of rules to follow. You have to learn how to fall and how to hit. You can't throw an elbow, but you can do a hip check. But for me, I had to start with the basics.
So this is for when you're trying to come to a stop. You're gonna have your legs positioned wide like this. You're gonna point your toes in, and you're gonna act like you're trying to squeeze a beach ball right between your legs.
All right.
Okay, so we'll try it a little bit slow from right where we are, and move your legs in like a C formation.
I'm very good at this, clearly.
So go a little bit faster, I'll hold you. All right, now squeeze the beach ball. All right.
That's scary.
All right. Now try and move in a C formation. Move your legs in a C, just like that. Good, that was better. Stay in your derby stance. Now come back.
I'm not even moving, not even moving.
So basically, this is what it looks like when going fast, okay?
Just like it did when I did it.
Try it again. Remember to squeeze the beach ball and stay in your derby stance, okay?
Got
You
it.
ready? Move
Yes.
forward.
Hello! That's right.
Hey, nice work. Now let's try a whip.
A whip. Should I be scared of this? In roller derby, the goal of every skater is to help one team member skate really fast. That's the jammer.
This is what you would use as a jammer to get some momentum from your blocker to go really fast in the pack. So I'll put my hand up here,
Okay.
and you're gonna put this
My
hand
outside hand.
right there,
Great.
okay? And you're gonna take that hand and come under here and cup my whole hand.
Got it.
And then what I'll do is I'll bring you all the way around,
Ooh!
and you'll take
And then I let
speed
go?
from me. Yes.
I like that one. It's like a little ride on that.
Do you want to try it a little faster?
Let's do it. Woot woot. Here we go. Over, under. Hello. That's very fun. That's very fun. Now this I can do. Woo! I'm not really going that fast probably, but it feels like it. She survives. It's a win. Time for the real deal. Hopefully I'm ready to join the pack. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's right. That's right. Got her down. Tough girl here.
All right, great job. I think you're ready for a game.
A game?
Yes.
The way to score points in roller derby is when the team's jammer laps members of the opposing team. For everyone else, the goal is to help the jammer move ahead, but at the same time, push, bump, trip, anything to slow down the other team's jammer so they can't score. It's definitely a rough game, and you need the right attitude. Okay, I'm ready to get in the game. At least, I think I am. No, I am. I'm ready. But scared too. This is intense. I mean, really intense. This is terrifying. My instinct is just to hold on to you all. My derby days are done. So, how did I do?
She did awesome. She didn't fall down. That's a plus.
The sport of roller derby is alive and well and thriving in South Jersey. I had a lot of fun today, and I know you will too. So check out a match, become a fan, and hey, maybe you'll even want to participate. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Meg Maley, and this is South Jersey.
Adventure is everywhere in South Jersey. You can rule the derby, swim with sharks, paint with penguins. Get out of your comfort zone and do things you've never done before. Meet people you've never met before. Taste good food from all over the world. Just make sure it's real. Art, action and adventure. It's all right here for you to try, so go try it. You never know just how great a new adventure will be. This is South Jersey.